Hello, I'm Bob Wilt. Lynn has asked me to talk a little bit about our farming practices. I'm a biological farmer. I use organic inputs. That way I can be an organic farmer, get paid organic prices. But my heart's in biological farming. The reason is we've seen so many positive results that with our practices that you just can't see with conventional farming. For instance, we get excellent growth without a lot of use of nitrogen. We don't have insects like a lot of people do. We don't have diseases like a lot of people do. And it's all about the biology in the soil and feeding the soil and having a healthy soil, which will feed the plant. And when you feed the plant, you get those solubilized minerals in the plant, you don't have the diseases and insects that a lot of people have. And when you do that, farming becomes fun. So these raspberries here, this will be, the coming year will be our first year of harvest. And our inputs basically have been mostly fish and some minerals. And we've got very good vigor. We've got very close nodes, which will mean that each cane is going to produce a lot of fruit. And when we harvest, if these berries are like the rest of our berries, we're going to have very high quality fruit, and we'll not have a lot of Drosophila problem. That seems to be a big issue now with a lot of berry growers, is the Drosophila. And what we've found is if you feed your plant and make it really healthy with lots of minerals, the Drosophila will leave us alone. And a lot of conventional growers don't buy into that, and that's fine, but it's working for us. And it's kind of a postulate in biological farming that if your plants are healthy, you won't have insect pressure, because insects are the garbage crew for Mother Nature. And when a plant is sick, even if it's green from lots of nitrogen, that plant can still be sick, kind of like an athlete on steroids, just ready to crash. So by feeding good minerals and solubilizing your minerals with lots of biology, your plant picks up those minerals, and insects and diseases will just leave you alone. They go to somebody else's farm. So that's a very big positive, especially in this day and age, of why we should be looking at more biological practices. Another reason is I don't feel conventional farming is going to be sustainable in years to come, because we're so dependent on the fertilizers and the insecticides, pesticides, and there's going to be a day when we're not going to be allowed to use everything that people are using today. And so what are we going to do? Well, if you've fixed your farm and got it to where it is healthy, you won't need all those inputs. So there's a savings of money, and then there's also the factor of sustainability. So that's another reason for biological farming. A third reason for biological farming is when you grow good biologically grown produce, it's nutrient dense. And that's something our society needs desperately, is good nutrient dense food. And nutrient dense means that your produce is full of minerals, not just empty produce. Because that's part of the problem with our health program right now, is we're eating empty produce. And you're not getting your minerals, and without minerals, you're getting sickness. And it's rampant across the whole United States. And whereas if you can get good produce with minerals, you won't get sick near as much. And I'm kind of proof of that. I haven't had a cold or the flu for 6-7 years now, and it's because I'm very particular about the produce I eat, and it's all got to be either organic or biologically grown. And it's about the minerals. And when you eat those minerals, you're just going to be healthier. So I hope that helps you a little bit. Hopefully I've given you some reasons why you should look at biological farming. And when I got started with my microbial matrix, and they've been very helpful to us and given us a lot of insight to biological farming. And I would recommend them highly. They've been very good help to me. So good luck with your farming.